Well, if you're watching this video, you might have just realized that you score really high in narcissism. And on one side, I'm sorry that you had to realize it like this. I feel mixed from my position because I've been healing my narcissism for, a year and a half. And I know what a shitty, dark place it is when you become aware of your narcissism. It's like life is actually quite bright beforehand. And then you come to this point, and I personally went into a tailspin. I questioned every decision I'd ever made. I questioned so much about my life. And I ended up feeling a ton of shame. And I want you to know that it's going to get better. This phase that you're in, the awareness phase, is the hardest part. If you can show up to working on your internal shame and working on your sense of self-worth, you're going to keep all the things that made you great as a narcissist, and you're going to see improvements in all the areas that are holding you back. Now, some things that I want to have you jump into right now. The first thing is read a book called Rethinking Narcissism. It's a fantastic book that when I first was sitting with like, wow, I'm the worst person in the world, this book helped really put this whole thing into context. Your narcissism isn't the worst thing in the world. There's much worse things that could happen. Number two, my suggestion is to start a meditation practice. Becoming on your healing journey, becoming aware of your own thoughts is going to be really, really helpful. And it's just going to help you move through this faster. Third thing, obviously, I hope that you subscribe to the channel. I've got some shorter form content on TikTok and Instagram, but my goal is to make this information free to you, to learn about yourself, and to help you on the path of healing. I would also recommend that you get your partner involved, because at the end of the day, your biggest task is going to be to open your heart and practice empathy. That is done so much better with the partner. If you think you can heal this by yourself, it's going to be a really long road. It's going to be a long road no matter what. But if you can heal it with the partner, it's going to be a faster road. Okay? My last piece of advice would be to join a support group. At this time, I am doing support groups for free. I don't know if in the future that's going to be something that changes or it'll be some different offering, but jump on board with a support group because they can be really helpful to be talking to other people with the condition and just kind of destigmatizes everything. Now, I want to end this with just explaining that you didn't choose to be a narcissist. This is not your fault. And try as hard as you can not to get spun out in shame, because you didn't choose this to begin with. Narcissism is 100% comes from childhood neglect and childhood abuse. And you might say, but I wasn't like massively abused in my family. I don't get this. It can still come from being in a household of narcissists, or being in a household where the only time that you got love and attention was when you could perform and you could show these external pieces of you that were doing really, really well. Now, none of that's your fault, but it is your responsibility. Nobody's going to come and save you. Nobody else can take this away from you. There's no pill. This is just a grind, and it's going to be hard work. But I promise you that it's going to be worth it. There's a part of your heart that has just never actually been turned on correctly. And the thing that you might think was love actually was never love. And what I'm really excited for you to experience is the opening of your heart, and to actually experience true love and to trust another person to take care of you. This is a really exciting journey. It's also a really fucking hard journey, but you can do it. All right? You've got lots of resources. We're here to help you, and healing's possible. I hope this is helpful, and let's see you later.